Aries, welcome to your love reading for January 2019. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. My rates, my info, and my email are below. I'm also running a gift holiday special, so if you want to gift somebody a reading, send me an email and I can tell you the details on that. I'm offering readings at a discounted rate for those of you that have friends or family members or whoever who's always wanted to get a reading but never got it for themselves and would love to be gifted that, okay? Other things to mention, my 2019 Sun Moon readings are going up in the playlist, so make sure you check those out along with my 2018 Sun Moon readings from this year. My compatibility readings will always be up there. I'm on social media such as Instant Go if you need a quick answer to a question, Facebook and Instagram, so like, follow, and message me on there. And then finally, I will be leaving a Vimeo link in this video below. You'll find the link below in the description box for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's crush or current or an ex, okay? I have changed my format somewhat. I will be shuffling off camera because I've had an injury, and actually I've been told that I should be less aggressive in my shuffling, so it's a different kind of method, and so I'm changing things up a little bit for the new year. So we're going to start off with this, which is you moving into January. So actually it's the energies that your love energies that you're passing out of as you move into January is how I kind of look at it. And we have the Six of Moss here with the Chariot card in reverse. Okay, so what I was getting from this is I feel like somebody, the Six of Moss can be correlated to the Victory card, has to the Six of Wands. Is that what I said? And it's about being victorious, and it's about somebody and usually it doesn't have a negative connotation to it, but I'm kind of getting this in this situation. Somebody who feels like they're the boss. Somebody who feels like they are the ones that run the show. Somebody who has victory over you, okay? Seeing you as a trophy, a reward of some type. Being noticed when they're out with you in public, okay? If it's not you, I mean, if it's not the other person, then it's you feeling like this, but I always tend to side with the the person who's reading it's for. And the reason why I'm thinking that is because it came out with the flying machine in reverse, which can correlate with the Chariot in reverse. So you might be involved with a Cancer or someone who has that in their chart if it resonates. These cards are pretty hardcore, and the flying machine just has so many, it's so metallic and it's so sharp. I almost feel like it's somebody that's like that is trying to have a hold on you or hold you down in some way, because the Chariot card in reverse or the flying machine card in reverse can be about being at somebody's mercy. You can't do anything about it. You just have a loss of control. You're handing the reins over to somebody else. You can't steer where you want things to go. So, I mean, what you're passing out of, I just feel somebody is trying to exercise their power over you, making themselves boss, and you're not feeling comfortable about that. I feel like this person is running the show. It's a kind of weird sort of relationship. If it's not somebody you're currently in relationship, I feel like there's somebody who almost wants like ownership over you or to own you, because they see you as a prize and they want you to do their bidding. So, and I kind of got, and I'm looking at this card, and it's very, like I said, it's very sharp. It's ironworks. This person to me is very heavy and very oppressive, okay? Now we move into your energies for January 2019. We have the World card in reverse along with the Queen of Bees in the upright. So with the World card in reverse, I think you're having a really hard time kind of ending this relationship with this person, or ending them thinking like they are thinking, or dealing with how they're thinking, or what have you. I almost feel like you got really close to ending it, where you got really close to the end of having any kind of connection with them or anything to do with them. But then once you get to the end, you kind of stop. So you haven't been able to fully end this or fully tell them to stop or what have you. You almost get there, and then it seems like you're stopped or you're delayed in some sort, okay? And then you're kind of left with this feeling of, oh, okay, I really should have done this when I had the chance. For some of you didn't do it because you just thought the easiest thing to do was just not to do it. You just kind of chose the path of least resistance, because this person is such a strong energy, and you don't feel like you'll be able to kind of see through that oppression, okay? Now, with that, we have the Queen of Bees here in the upright, and the Queen of Bees sees the bigger picture, okay, and takes all the kind of anything foolish out of the way, seeing things as honest as she can, very clearly, having a direction. And I feel that, and she also is very independent and she's very strong, okay? So I feel as though you guys have a want and a need for this, to be independent, to be strong, to stand up against this person, to tell them it's over, or tell them, I just don't like this attitude, I don't like this oppression, I don't like what you're trying to do. I don't like that I'm losing my personal power. I don't like that I've lost myself kind of in this. But your heart is all about the queen of bees. You want to kind of tell them that and kind of cut to the truth and tell them what is in your heart in regards to complete and total honesty, okay? But you can't quite seem to get there, all right? Over here, at the end of January, moving into February, we have the 2 of beetles in reverse, along with the 9 of dragonflies in reverse. Now, this is kind of telling me that even going into January into February, this person becomes more oppressive, okay? Because the 2 of beetles to me is being around somebody who is very unreasonable, and you just are kind of struggling, and you're working and doing whatever you can to kind of keep up with them or make them happy or what have you, and it doesn't matter because nothing is ever good enough for them. It's weird because I read a bedtime story to my daughter last night. It was called the Fisherman and His Wife or something like that, and that kind of has that going along with it, that she just wanted more and more and more. She was very unreasonable, the fisherman's wife. And that's what I'm getting, especially along with the 9 of Cups in reverse, because this is a person who is very materialistic, and they just want and want and want, and they overindulge, and they're selfish. They're all about themselves, their needs, their wants, their agenda, and they really don't care about the other person or what their feelings are in regards to this. So I'm getting kind of across the board that you guys are just dealing with a very oppressive energy that you can't seem to shake, or you can't seem to end. Alrighty, can you please provide clarification on the 6 of Wands? 6 of Wands, 6 of Moss. Why is the 6 of Moss here for Aries? Energies prior to January 2019. Who is this person? What is this energy? Yeah. So while they're feeling like they're the boss, you have the 7 of Wands here. You're feeling very weak. You're feeling the opposition. You're feeling, so we had the 7 of Wands with the 9 of Wands. So with that combination, you absolutely feel like this person is encroaching on your boundaries. You are in defense mode. They are opposing you. They're giving you opposition. They're just opposing you, and you feel like giving up. They're really, they could be judging you. They could be criticizing you. They could be challenging you. They make you feel like backing down, and your boundaries feel very weak. This is an energy where you kind of tell somebody stop and they keep going, or you draw a line in the sand and they step over it just because they can. I'm surprised the Emperor reverse hasn't showed up in this. So again, it's either you or the other person, but if it's, it's you guys, I hope you're not being like this. Not very nice, right? Can you please provide clarification on the flying machine in reverse? Why is the flying machine here in reverse? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages. Of course, I know some cross watchers are going to come in here and go, that is absolutely what they're like. You can hear it right now in the comments. Okay, so can you please provide clarification on the flying machine in reverse? Why is the flying machine here in reverse for Aries prior to entering January 2019? Okay, we have the 5 of Wands in the upright. And we have the Fool card in reverse. Okay, so with the 5 of Wands, you definitely kind of go up against this person, okay? There are times when you will go up against them, you will have arguments, you'll get into them with it. You'll confront them. And then you guys kind of swap it up. You disagree about stuff. There's tension, there's conflict, there's any harmony, there's huge amounts of competition. Every time you kind of approach this person about, hey, I think you're too overbearing. I think you're taking over too much control of this relationship. I'm not comfortable with this, or I just think you're too controlling. I'm not comfortable with having you around, whether you're in a relationship or it's just somebody who's around you in a love sense. And with the Fool card in reverse, you sort of saw, because we're talking about the past, so prior to January, you're realizing you're having regrets for having ever associated with this person. I feel like for some of you got into this without thinking. You just kind of rushed into it. It was an uncertain relationship, but you didn't care. You just kind of jumped into it. It had a lot of risk associated with it. You didn't care. And now you're realizing and you're saying to yourself, darn, I shouldn't have done that. I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't see this a mile away. It was a super unwise decision, and now I'm the one suffering as a result of it. I'm suffering the consequences, and I'm seeing why I should have never gotten into this and why I shouldn't have been so impulsive and just taken this risk without looking into it more with this person, because now they're showing their true colors. Can you please provide clarification on the World card in reverse for Aries? For love energies in January. Who is this person? What is this energy? Aries, the World card in reverse. Person, personality. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is you saying, remember we talked about the World card trying to end this cycle and not really quite doing it. Either you back down for some reason because it's just, you know, you would just rather, you know, what's the saying, cheaper to keep her or cheaper to keep him or whatever. It's just easier to not do anything. So I think that's the reason why you're having a hard time kind of closing this chapter with this person. And the King of Swords has you saying, I know what I need to do. You see it clear as day. And it's all about kind of taking the initiative. For some of you, if you're married, you've actually you've consulted with an advisor, so either a lawyer, a financial advisor of some sort, about what kind of steps to take. And you know that this can't last forever because we have the Four of Wands in reverse, which is about a lot of tension in the home. I mean, you know, it's just dreading going home. It's dreading being around this person. The energy is so unsettling. It's you just don't feel good around this person, or you don't feel coming home. You don't, if you share a domicile with them, you don't feel comfortable in the domicile with them, domicile, sorry. And you know with all your heart, okay, I need to take initiative. I need to do something about this. And I need to be very logical. And I need to almost do it in an authoritative way. Look at it objectively. Take your emotions out of it. Yeah, but you're having a difficult time doing that. It's almost like you just almost get there to the precipice and then you stop for whatever reason. And it may be because this person's reactionary and you just, to you at the time, it just doesn't seem worth it for what's going to happen as a result. Let's see what's up with this Queen of Bees. Can you please provide clarification on the Queen of Bees for Aries, for love energies in January 2019? Who is this person? What is this energy? Why is the Queen of Bees here for Aries? Love energies January 2019. So we have the Queen of Cups in the upright, along with Emperor reversed. Okay, so and with the Queen of Swords, you're, like I said, you're seeing the big picture now. You're seeing everything for what it is and what you've gotten yourself into. You're the Queen of Cups here. So you're pouring your heart and soul into this person. You're being nurturing. You're being devoted. You want to help them get to a better place. You try to provide them with a deep emotional connection. You're all about them. You've cherished them. You've been devoted to them. You've treasured them. And remember I told you the Emperor reversed? I was surprised he didn't show up. Well, here he is. So that's the card of Aries, which is your energies. But I feel like this is the person you're dealing with. So it could be you kind of upended because of this person, but I'm feeling this is the energy. So while you've totally devoted, and this is the big picture you're seeing, how much you've poured into them and how much you've given them, and how little you've gotten back, and how oppressive this person really is. I mean, the Emperor reverse is an absolute tyrant, and again, he's domineering. He overuses his authority. He can be very contemptuous. He's a control freak. Okay, he puts control over you, and he creates an unequal relationship where you're the lesser and he's on top, and he does not plan on that balance shifting anytime soon. So this is what you're realizing in January. This is the big picture that you're having. But I don't really necessarily feel that you guys are really doing anything about it, even into end of January, into February. I don't see a lot of action in the regard of getting out of it. But maybe I'm speaking too soon. Can you please provide clarification on the Two of Beetles in reverse? Who is this person? What is this energy? Why is the Two of Beetles here in reverse for Aries as they move out of January? Person, personality, perspective. Seven of Cups in reverse. I don't think you are in a place right now where you should make a decision. Okay. We have the Seven of Cups here, and I almost feel like you don't feel there's going to be drama associated if you kind of do this, okay? So for the time being, you're just doing whatever you can to just kind of keep this person, you know, whatever demands they have, you're like, fine. You're just giving them whatever they want for the time being. And the reason why is I really feel like you're trying to make it so that to the best of your ability, everybody can get along. And the Three of Pentacles is here, and that's about people getting along well, working well together on a project. Yes, but I feel that the project might be the children. So I feel like some of you have children with this person, and you're just trying to make it work as best you can, or make it appear that you guys are parenting or co-parenting, okay? Not letting the kids see, or not letting whoever see, you know, how this person is being. And with the Seven of Cups, I get that you're very kind of hesitant to poke the bear or do anything because of whoever the third party is, okay? And that third party could be anybody. It could be a mother-in-law that's living with you. It could be, you know, your mother living with you, whatever. Whatever it is, I feel like there's a third party. And because of that third party, you're being hesitant to kind of end things, all right? So with the Seven of Cups, you're telling yourself, okay, well, or the Two of Pentacles, I'll do what I can just to meet their demands for the time being. And you're telling yourself, because if I don't for right now, things are going to get really crazy, and I'm not ready for that. And with the Seven of Cups in reverse, this is, I feel like you avoiding the drama, you deciding to wait until the time is right to kind of do something about this. You do have it in your mind. You're very tempted to do something, very tempted, but you're just telling yourself, I can't for right now. It's just not the right time, and I don't think you think it will bode well if you do so, all right? Can you please provide clarification on the Nine of Dragonflies for Aries? Why is the Nine of Dragonflies here? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for Nine of Dragonflies for Aries as they move out of January into February. Nine of Dragonflies. Okay, so the Eight of Swords and the upright. And how this person's being is just restricting you. You feel trapped. You feel like there's no way out. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You're blindfolded. You can't see what direction to kind of step in. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So that the Eight of Swords indicates to me this isn't a reality. I feel like your perception or how you're perceiving everything, because you're so used to it, has you just kind of trained for, well, here I am, here I'm stuck, and there's nothing I can do about it. You feel like you're stuck in this as though it was a contract, and there's kind of no way of getting out of it, and you're imprisoned. But it really is a matter of free will, okay? And I see this Ace of Wands here where you guys just have finally had enough. And the Ace of Wands isn't really like an exit per se, but it's a new beginning. And I think it's just a matter of you finding that thing, that new thing that is going to inspire you to leave. Or so it would be a new romance or a project, or just, you know, your urge to create and be inspired and have passion, and how this person is kind of like weighing that down. So you know there's this whole other self of you could be living if you were not tied to this person. And you will have it. But again, I think it's just going to be a matter of the timing being right for you, and when you kind of decide to do it and kind of step out from these swords and realize that you can do that. It was just a matter of free will. And I also did want to add with the Ace of Wands that is very much about urgency, okay? It's wanting to act now. So you do have this urgency to want to do this right now, but you're conflicted, okay? Something's kind of holding you back from doing it. And I do think the only thing that's holding you back is when that new thing comes in, then you'll know for sure and you'll be able to do it. But I don't think you're ready to make that leap out of this without having that net that new thing kind of waiting for you on the other end of this. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Keep in mind to click on the Vimeo link below. It will take you to what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a current crush or an ex. Remember the holiday special that I'm running, where you can buy a reading for someone at a discounted rate. Just send me an email and we can go ahead and set that up. Or if you want a personal reading, we can also set that up. Otherwise, good luck to you guys. I will see you mid-month. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye, guys.